Oh, it's December, isn't it? Oh, that's better. Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and right now, I'm having a look at Sonic Dream Team. Why? Well, because for some reason, this is exclusive to the Apple Arcade service. You might be able to buy it separately, I don't know. I have Apple Arcade. I can't remember why, but this is kind of like a mainline Sonic game. I mean, we'll have a proper look at it. As you can see, I've played it for a bit already. But why is it exclusive? You know, it's probably that Apple funded it, but are we missing out on something on the Switch because it's exclusive to this other platform? Ooh, let's find out. So as you can see, I've done a few bits and bobs throughout. I'm still on the first world, Scrambled Shores. I've not done this one yet. Incidentally, apologies if there's ever any sort of like weird inputs. That's because there's a weird amount of input latency with my Mac, which I'm playing on, and I don't know why. Which is annoying. So anyone familiar with more modern, I've got to remember that A is... I can't really rebind the controls properly. That's one of the limitations of this game. So I have to remind myself that A is jump, not B. Hey, get over there. So as you can see, this is pretty much a 3D Sonic game. It seems to take mostly from the boost formula, but it's also... knickers, I missed out on that. I'm not sure if I can go backwards on these rails. One way to find out. That's a no. Can I... What about if I... No. Okay, those are one way. That's... I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of annoying. But what am I doing? Oh, I'm grabbing keys and stuff, yeah. So I've got to grab keys to open this door. You'll notice a few... Oh, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. A few mechanics that you may recognize from other games. You know, things obviously, like I mentioned, the boost. Homing attack, obviously, because who likes doing anything in 3D space? That lightspeed dash is also a thing. It's a 3D Sonic game, alright? There's a little to argue there, at the very least. You can tell this was made for mobile devices, though. A lot of things are... Hang on. Oh, I have to stand here, specifically. Things like the camera controls are a little bit weird, to say the least. It's sort of difficult to put into words, but it's not a very smooth camera. You can clearly tell that it's designed to only be used in very select circumstances. And so far, the game has been... I was going to say very easy, but the homing attack didn't work there for some reason. I think it should have worked, but I don't know. It doesn't send you back far. The checkpoints are pretty generous. Again, you can tell that this is designed with more of a sort of a mobile audience in mind, which is fine. It is, at the end of the day, I'm like the only person who's going to be playing it on the Mac, so that's fine. And there's a few little wiggles here and there, like sometimes the homing attack is too generous and other times it's not generous enough. There's a few sort of like twiddly bits, but what about the actual game feel? And how does it feel to play as a game? What about the design of it? You know what? It's not bad at all, actually. It's not bad at all. Oh, I've unlocked a new act. That's a new character called REM, which is funny. It's a funny joke because she's like a dream woman. And when you dream, you go into an REM state, rapid eye movement. It's a joke. We've got one more on Scrambled Shores. I'm not quite sure I unlock things. REM, what did I say?
You may only reach the next dreamscape through here.
You know, I gotta admit, I'm kind of curious what he's been cooking up.
Of course you'd be excited.
You two chill here. I'll be right back.
Why do you get to have all the fun?
Oh. Well, I just played as Sonic, so why don't we choose Amy? They play identically. I have just realized there's going to be an orange dot in the corner and there's nothing I can do about it. That's just the nature of the beast. It's a crab, all right. Gotta admit, the animation is pretty good in this.
Get out of my way.
I say I've got to admit it like I'm, you know, intentionally trying to slam this game. I'm not. I think, actually, this game's pretty good. I've got some issues, but I think a lot of them are due to the fact that it's designed for mobile devices. Although, well, yeah, you know, like minimal inputs and stuff like that. Oh, okay. That's how we're going. Dr. Crabulous, am I... No, is that... No, okay. Oh, he's actually inflatable. I thought that was just a design thing. That's kind of fun. Come on then. Shockwave. Let me guess. Yep, there we go. Now that's down. Pretty straightforward. It's fun animation though, isn't it? It is fun animation. Oh, come on! I did the hit. You should despawn the attack if that happens. Maybe that's just me. No? Okay. That's the input lag coming into play. Oh, what? I need to go around him. Okay. Well, no, okay. Yeah, I think the input lag is a specifically Apple thing or a Mac thing. I don't know if it's just the Mac or Apple devices as a whole, but yeah, it's really... Okay, so it's actually 3 hits and then you get that one at the end. It's actually really annoying, to be honest, and I checked it with like an input thing. In fact, I've got a clip because I recorded it. This is what the input lag's like. That's not really acceptable. I tried using a wired controller. No wired controller wanted to work at all. And I have got... I've got... God. I've got a lot of controllers. I have unlocked a statue of the crab. And... another one? That's, I'm guessing it's like partially deflated then or something.
And not just that.
Tails and cream. That's very high-pitched, isn't it? Very high-pitched. What's weirdest, though, is... Oh, the chow sound is the same! You know what? That's the only thing this game is missing. A chow garden. But I say that about every game. Not even just Sonic ones. Blah, 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 blah. Whoa, that's loud all of a sudden. Heroes unlocked. Yeah, the mixing in this game is a little bit wobbly at times. Like, it's not terrible. Okay, no, I went back to the main menu by accident. You know, gaming on a Mac is not... It's not ideal. It's not ideal. Now, there is something... I think I'm missing some, like, blue... Why can't I play as the other characters? I just unlocked them. Can I now play as... I can only play as them. Okay, I'm torn. I want to play as Tails, ideally, but... Cream has cheese. Cheese is a chow. You can see the bind I'm in. All right, let's start off with Cream, and if it's unbearable, because that is a very high-pitched voice, we can go and play as Tails. It shouldn't be too bad. Although there aren't that many voice clips between characters, it's not a big deal. But it's A again. Oh, flying is like that. It's pretty limited, but that's okay. Does that mean I can't do the homing attack? Oh, I can. I've set homing attack to A. You can change it to X. In fact, I think it's X by default. What? Oh, extra... Oh, okay. Because I saw those before. Well, that was bold. It's meant to be a hint or something, or an Easter egg. I don't get it. What's kind of interesting is the... Oh, hang on. Hang on. I can fly... Wow, you can fly for a fair bit after... Why am I so zoomed out? I was about to say there are... you can zoom the camera out even further. Okay, I can maintain a little bit longer by doing that. Okay. That's pretty interesting. I do like it when you get other characters in Sonic games. For the longest time, I don't think that ring's meant to be there. Or is it? Nope, nope, I think that's an error. I quite like having multiple characters, to be honest. Hang on, I've got 2. Where's the third one? Oh, it's just there. It's just there. There's someone... Whoa there, Nelly. Can I get up there? Maybe? No. There was a problem with Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 where you had all these different characters to play as, and yeah, it got a little bit... I don't want to say tiring, but... You know, sort of like, you want to play as Sonic, the Sonic levels were the best. The Sonic and Shadow, I want to hasten to point out. They were definitely the best by quite a margin. And so people were like, oh, I don't want to play as Sonic's friends. And I think that was rightfully done, but it's been so long since we've been able to play as other characters, and certainly in Sonic Adventure 1, there were quite... God, yeah, I can really feel that... Oh, I'm not going to be able to go up there. That's for climby people! Oh, I did wonder what Sonic and Amy's special ability would be. And it turns out it's the light speed dash. Woo! The Sonic Adventure, it was actually pretty cool to play as the other characters. Not always, but like certainly Tails was fun. It was like playing as Sonic, but you could fly and break the game. That's fun! And I think it's mostly Tails people want to play as, I think. I don't think anyone's clamoring to, well, Knuckles to a degree, but his stages weren't good, were they? I get why they're sort of like locking sections off, but I can't help but feel that a lot of them are going to be negated by the fact that I can literally fly. Not for long, but I can fly. I'm going to go up here. Yes, it comes up with a lot of prompts as well, which is fine. It's fine. So have I just done a shortcut or what? Ah, the camera. Doesn't help with the input latency, I've got to say. Done. But yeah, the camera just sort of feels like it's got this momentum about it. It sort of goes, whoa, whoa, and then it sort of, as soon as you let go, it just stops dead still. It sort of feels a bit muddied. I'm playing as Tails. That was very high pitched. And there wasn't nearly enough cheese. I've got to be honest, the flying doesn't feel fantastic. Yeah, it's a bit, it's really heavy. It's really heavy. Like, I think it would be more fun, Jesus, the camera. It would be more fun if the flying was a little bit sort of snappier, like you went up a bit more. I'm kind of thinking a little bit more like Sonic Adventure, and some people are going to be like, you just like Sonic Adventure, why don't you just play Sonic Adventure? Because that's not available on the Switch. But then nor is this. Weird voice clip, not gonna lie. Oh, more cutscene.
Do you know what's being pumped
See,
through the
REM.
pipes?
Wait, I don't know.
It's literally nightmare fuel. Why would anyone want to make nightmares? Because he's a jerk. And he's a control freak.
Kind of clawed that one back there. That was, why would anyone want to make nightmares?
Let's get
Go
scouting.
straight in with the, he's a jerk. I'd have another name, another word for him, but now you can play as multiple. Does that mean I can go back? That was basically like the tutorial for them. Oh no, it's specific characters, but reach the dream portal in under 2 minutes. I can play as all of them. Is that now going to be the same back here? I went too far, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you see these are all, okay, so those don't have specific, there we go. So you can play like the main one, it seems. Let's give this a go, because I know there's some blue things that I'm missing, and I actually quite like that about this, is that there's ways to like replay things. And I'm already starting to significantly prefer the this level's layout, the sort of the wider, faster gameplay compared to that one that I just did. That world was not as good. Let's be kind and say not as good. Can I break? Can I break? Oh no. Again, the flying's, it kind of like kills your momentum as well. A bit, maybe? It's hard to tell, really. I'm panned so far away from the camera, which is actually a good thing, hasten to point out, but it makes analyzing little twiddly bits like that harder. I suppose an important question is, could this run on Switch? Yeah, absolutely it could. Maybe not, you know, sort of with these, whoa, 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 chill out, mate. Only Tails and Cream can fly. I am Tails or Cream. Could this run on Switch? Not with these graphics right now, because I've got them turned up to maximum, and it's full 1080p. I don't know if it's anti-aliased. I'd have to check the footage, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, obviously it could. It's not doing anything exceptional. It looks really pretty, but I have got everything set to maximum because I've got a powerful little Macintosh. Kind of curious to see what it looks like at lower levels, actually. Let's have a nosy. Can I do that from here? Yeah, I can. Oh, yeah, these. Very low resolution scale. That's what it was originally set to 0.5 for the resolution scale, so that's going to be interesting. How does this look? Whoa! What? It runs worse? What? What is going on? What is going on? What happens if I change this to stand full resolution? Is it maybe like, why is it worse? Okay, I'm gonna see what I'll just complete the level. But this is half the frames, and that might be like included in the thing. But then it runs worse. Is the menu? The menu is 30 frames a second as well. What is going on? Why is this? I'm so confused. Jesus, what? Why is this a thing? Why? Okay, what happens if I change it to low? I think I might have put it to medium. Let's go back to low. Blinking. It's still 30 frames a second. In fact, I think it's lower. That can't be intentional. That can't be intentional. I'm so confused. I just wanted to see what it looked like at lower quality settings. That is bizarre. Really bizarre. Okay, this is a better level, again. Again, it's the Sonic levels. What's wrong with making levels just like Sonic levels, but with extra stuff for the other characters, like the Sonic designed levels so far? Hang on, why? Can I switch character? I mean, I can't. Ah, I went too far. Somehow I made it back. Somehow Alex returned. Oh, that's actually... I couldn't control the camera for a moment, but okay. That's... Yeah, I've got to give him that. That's pretty cool. You're not going to let me go on those rails that way, are you? Or are you? No, no, no! Bingo, bango, easy peasy. Oh, that camera tilting like that is not ideal either. Oh, I've got all the keys. I thought I was missing one still. Wasn't paying attention. Confusing graphical settings aside, I do actually like the look of the game. I do. I think it's quite a strong style. It's not trying to go too hard into realism or anything like that, which Frontiers did. I think Frontiers kind of got away with it though, because of the setting. It kind of made sense. But there's a lot to be said for simpler art style. I don't quite like how the camera changes like that, where you sort of go, like that. It's sort of, I don't know, it just, it makes me, I don't usually get motion sick with games, and it's not making me properly motion sick, but it's giving me a tiny bit of a headache. I didn't want to do that! Okay, we're dropping some frames now. I don't want to focus on performance, because I'm running this on a very different, architecture as much as anything, but, flying. Maybe I just need to understand it a little bit more, but right now the flying's just not doing it for me. Speed and momentum, and it kills both. I want it to be like, you know, if you run and you jump and you start flying, you carry your momentum and you start slowing, obviously, because you're in the air, but you carry that momentum for as long as reasonably possible. Reach each checkpoint before the time runs out. I did wonder... So this is another thing that the game does, where it essentially gives you like multiple missions in a very similar vein to Sonic Adventure 2. And I'm all for that. You know, it sort of feels like you're just doing the same level a few times with some of the missions, but it does mean that you get more mileage out of it, and certainly there's one where you've got to like collect different shards. Reach the checkpoint, Dream Portal, 3 Knuckles and Rouge to unlock. That's going to be collecting the shards, isn't it? Why? Is that one? Oh, there we go. Yeah, collect 6 Dream Shards. It was really fun in the one previous with Sonic. It was really fun because let's just skip this. It was more like a sort of like a free roaming, and this is what this is looking like now. Kind of like a free roaming exploration, grabbing the shards. A little bit like pieces of the Master Emerald, but you know where they are to begin with, so it's more about fun platforming. Now I can see why by default homing attack is set to the X button, because I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. I got it. You can't boost in the air as well, and the boost feels a little bit slow. That's probably more of a... Yeah, I can see why you need Tails or Cream for this. It's probably just me wanting to gotta go fast, you know. Which, again, for a mobile device isn't practical. Is that all of them? That's all of them. I quite like those stages. It's like all the good parts of the Knuckles and Rouge stages from Sonic Adventure 2. Or the Knuckles stages from Sonic Adventure 1. This is another one, you just gotta collect stuff. Weirdly, yeah, they often play the same dialogue clip twice in a row. Voice clip. It's not really dialogue. It's just chuckling. Yeah, Sonic and Amy are definitely the most fun to... I missed it! I'm okay. I do think Sonic and Amy are definitely the most fun to control. Which is a shame because I like playing as Tails, but it's so slow. Again, it's because it's designed for a mobile device where you're not really going to have physical controls. Even physical controls with input lag. I don't get why that's a thing. Why is that a thing, Apple? Get your act together. Way! But you see, that's fun. I fell off, but that was my error because I was trying to go too fast. I could have gone slower, but I was choosing to go fast and I pressed the wrong button again. I tell you what though, one thing I'm gagging for is a, like a bounce button. Something to just slam down into the ground, you know? I don't want to say it's underrated because I think a lot of people agree with me. But to be able to be going fast and then to immediately kill your acceleration and go right down is so important to the experience. I did it! All right, let's do one more. There's only... Okay, I have to do the first one first. That makes sense. Let's just go with Sonic again. Sorry, Tails. Sorry, Cream. You're just not as much fun to control, and that's kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. But I can't deny, I think this game would do quite well on Switch. I think it would be quite well received. It's, you know, sort of... It's got its flaws, and I think it's not especially a long game, considering I've seen how many acts and things that there are, which would mean that it would probably release under a sort of like a budget sort of price. But you know what? I think certainly, you know, sort of whilst it's not perfect by any means, I think this would go down reasonably well. I wanted some of those rings, but, you know, never mind. Another thing that I really like about this game, you've got, like, magnetism. Like that, you see? That's such a big thing, because Sonic is often either... Ooh, blue things. The camera! Oh, the camera, and then it likes to stick where you left it, which... I get it, but I've specifically chosen the option to not be on manual mode, so yeah. But I do think this is a game that I would do quite well on Switch. You know, it's showing potential. Whoa there, sunshine! Ah! That's also another thing I like when you die. You just sort of go back to the checkpoint, and it's quick. It's quick. It's sort of snappy. It's like, yeah, you messed up, but guess what? You're back in the game! And I like that. You know, sort of no mucking around. Yeah, send me back a bit, make me, you know, sort of aware of my failures, but make it snappy. Then it doesn't hurt. And there's no loading either. Probably because this has been, I would imagine, reasonably well optimized for, well, for specific hardware. It's designed for lighter hardware. Whoopsie doodle. And that, again, is the kind of thing that would excel on the Switch. I think you could get this running, you know, 60 frames a second easily on Switch. If it's not just a case of using that slider that for some reason kills half the frame rate for seemingly no reason. You know what? Let's give it an old switcheroo. And get that. And get... These being like 2D objects makes it really hard to see, like, gauge where they are in 3D space. Give me the things! The blue things! I'm not sure what they are! Okay, that's kind of annoying. There was like a thing saying, the egg key's over here! And is it called an egg key? I don't know. But it was saying, it's over here! And what it was really saying is go here to progress to where it will be, which I understand. That's a good thing. But when you're already in the location, it tells you to leave the location. That's not so good. It's kind of weird, kind of annoying. But I can't deny I'm having fun. I'm having fun with the game, and that's the biggest thing, really, isn't it? I'm having fun, and the animations, some of them are absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. The style is good. There's a lot, this game has got a lot going for it. It's not quite what I expected, to be honest. It's a little bit less than I'd hoped. But you know what? It's all right. I'm having fun with it. And considering I didn't pay anything for it, because it's with Apple Arcade, and I still don't know why I've got it, because I know I'm not paying for it. It's a decent time. I think this would be good on Switch. It would need tweaking and things like that. It feels like a mobile game, and I think people would be very quick to jump on that if it were ever to come to Switch. And it may in the future, we don't know. But right now, as it stands, this is exclusive to Apple devices. I tried it very briefly on my iPhone as well. Haven't tried it on my iPad. Yeah, I've got quite a few Apple devices. And it definitely feels more at home on the iPhone rather than the Mac. I mean, it works fine. I mean, the input latency is annoying, but I don't know if that's just a Mac thing. I haven't tried a physical controller on iPhone or anything like that. I just loaded it up quickly and had a go, and you can tell that it's definitely been designed with more simple controls in mind. You know, touchscreen controls and things like that. Only moving the camera when you absolutely need to because you don't have a dedicated, you know, control method to do that all the time. You can, yeah, yeah. I think where this would shine on Switch is if it was re-released as like Sonic Dream Team Deluxe or something like that, you know, a reworked version, and, you know, other platforms as well, a reworked version that would, you know, sort of take advantage of having, you know, like a physical controller, maybe having a few extra moves as a result, like a sort of a bounce down, more remapping options, because they're not great, I'll show you. So you've got air ability hold. It doesn't explain what that is. I think that's like flying and stuff like that. Homing attack, I changed it to the jump button. That's on me. But that's how I do homing attacks. You jump, and then you jump again when an enemy's nearby, and you go, wah! Controlled stick sensitivity. Oh no, for a moment I thought that was the camera sensitivity. I actually turned the camera sensitivity down. Very low was too low, but I can't imagine going any higher than that. And yeah, you can change the camera distance to be even further away, which is kind of bizarre. And camera mode, yeah, I set it to auto follow, but it's still kind of like listens to the controls too much. Doesn't smooth things very well. Notifications. God damn, what are we living in? There you go! But there are some solid bones in this game. Some solid bones. It needs some tweaking. It needs some reworking. Some of the controls are a little bit clunky. But you know what? Certainly, like the first world especially, really good fun. Big open spaces where you can run around and use your momentum to have fun. That is a big thing that, well, that's the main thing I loved about Frontiers, to be honest. And we're kind of seeing a bit more of that here in a sort of a smaller form factor, and that's not bad. But are we missing out with this game not being on Switch? Kind of. It's a fun little game, but then again, I didn't pay any money for it, and realistically, I mean, I don't think it's going to go on for that long, because I'm already in the second world. There are only 4 worlds from the looks of it, and only, like, there's only 4 acts in this, and 5, well, no, there's only 4 acts in that. One of those is the intro. So, what, 16 levels? That's not loads, to be honest. It's not a small amount. Well, it kind of is. But what I really want to see is this kind of game, the bones of it, the ideas of it, the sort of the physics and the level design broadly. I want to see that brought into a bigger game overall, you know, sort of a bigger, more substantial game that is released on multiple platforms, not just flipping Apple Arcade. So, yeah, I don't think we're missing out too much, but at the same time, it is always a disappointment when a game doesn't come to Switch. I've waffled a lot. Maybe I should wrap things up. Have you played the game? Do you have an opinion on it? What do you think from just watching me having a flippin' go at it? Let us know with a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, why don't you click that subscribe button with a marginal amount of input lag? Thanks, Apple. And be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Hee hee! Rabbit rehabilitation.